こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we are studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. We're going to continue with immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
リー君、
山崎く
転校早々だけど日直だよ。
ん、日直？
日直っていうのはね、黒板をきれいにしたり日誌を書いたり休み時間に歌を歌ったり踊ったりいろいろすることがあるんだ。
いろいろすることがあるんだ。See, doing different things exist. I guess that's probably trying to say there are a lot of things to do. And again, he uses Adu, so I wonder if that's supposed to be more like have. So doing different things have. In other words, you have a lot of things to do. Let's see. Yeah, the translator says you've got a lot to do. Because I know Adu is sometimes used with possessions and not merely just to exist. So explain the grammar of Kotegaru, the grammar point attached directly to the dictionary plain form of the verb to express the action, happens occasionally or from time to time. It translates to there are times I do or sometimes I do. Okay. So let's see. Ta Kotegaru, past experience. Okay, iru suru means various things to do. It doesn't really say. Let's see. Does the aru mean someone has various things to do or that they exist? See, aru indicates existence, specifically the existence of an occasion or a time, not a personal possession. Literal translation. There exists a thing, event of doing various things. See here, Koto normalizes the verb phrase iru suru. Particle ga makes okay, event as a subject. Okay, existence versus possession. If aru indicates possession like I have, the sentence structurally would typically involve the topic marker and particle while indicating possessor. So watashi ni wa iru suru koto ga aru. Okay, yes, but that was probably dropped because it was obvious. However, even in the possessive sense, Japanese conceptually frame this as existence. Things exist in my sphere, rather than acting or having found in the active having found in English. That's why the translator translated to like that. So, iro suru koto ga arunda. You have various things to do.
っていうのはね、黒板をきれいにしたり 日誌を書いたり、休み時間に歌を歌ったり踊ったり、いろいろすることがあるんだ。
日本の学校にはそんなものがあるのか。日本の学校に
日本の学校には、そんなものがあるのか? Yeah, here he's actually basically doing similar kind of sentence constructions, but he actually implies the noun with, says the noun with niwa. So, Japanese students have, do Japanese students have those things to do? Well, actually, no, it's more literally do Japan students, aka students in the country of Japan. So, Nihon no gakko ni wa sonna mono ga aru no ka? Nihon no gakko ni wa sonna mono ga aru no ka?
休み時間に歌を歌ったり踊ったり、いろいろすることがあるんだ。
日本の学校にはそんなものがあるのか。
うん。
日直って歌ったり踊ったりしたっけ？
うん。
日直って
日着って、歌ったり、歌ったり、踊ったり、したっけ? I remember seeing the suke before, but I don't remember what. Nichoku, daily duty. Okay, so utattari, odottari, shitasuke, sign of touch of feeling, sign, indication trace, touch, feeling of. Let's see, remind me, or I forgot, was that what happened? I think that's probably the K they're talking about here. Let's see, explain the grammar of Nichoku. Sentence and particle used to recall memory or seek confirmation from the listener about something the speaker has forgotten. So it's about recalling memories or seeking confirmation against a memory you're having trouble recalling. Neat. Let's see. Nichokute. So this is basically casual topic marking particles. So instead of wa, they're using. And then again, toiu would work here as well, but then again, that's because toiu is very similar to the meaning of wa. Let's see. Nichokute. Nichok.
いろいろすることがあるんだ。
日本の学校にはそんなものがあるのか。
うん。
日直って歌っ
に、日直って、日直って、日直って、日直、日直って。So, 日直って、あ、歌ったり、あ、踊ったりしたっけ？あ、日直って、あ、歌ったり、踊ったりし、してっけ？ Or, let's see, as for the said chores, doing things like singing and dancing. Uh, am I remembering that correct? So, 日直って歌ったり踊ったりしたっけ？ Okay.
たり踊ったりしたっけ？しませんわ。日直って
Let's see. Okay. Okay, so the translator says it's supposed to be interpreted as, did we sing and dance during our class monitor? Or in other words, basically when it's your turn for the class chores. Okay, so they're referring to, okay, that's why it's past tense to do. So they're referring to their own time. So, nicho, nichokute, utattari, odottari shitake.
歌ったり踊ったりしたっけ？
Odottari, utattari, okay.
日直って歌ったり踊ったりしたっけ？しませんわ。踊ったりしたっけ？
Shimasen wa, we did not.
日直って歌ったり踊ったりしたっけ？しませんわ。
さ、とりあえず黒板をきれいにしようか。さ、とりあえず
Toriaizu. Let's see, yeah, Toriaizu means sort of like, uh, uh, put something in place and without thinking any more on it. Essentially, it's basically from take, don't, endure. Is the two words it's derived from. Since as this zoo is like an archaic negative. Actually, it's probably closer to take, endure, don't, take, endure, essentially, but, so sa is sort of like well, and then
黒板をきれいにしようか。
黒板をきれいにしようか。黒板. Oh yeah, that's right. Chalkboard, Kokuban. What's that word? I think this is a short of another word. Sasoku, yeah, I think it's short for that. Let's see. Is Sa short for Sasoku? Let's see. Let's see, is that used at the beginning of a sentence, short for a sa interjection is a kandoshi interjection. Okay, in Japanese, it has three primary uses. Sasoi. Let's see, sasori unakashi. Okay, to invite, to incite, to draw attention. Otoru ki do kawaku, to express surprise, confusion, or bewilderment. Hanashi no nagare o osaeru, to control or keep in check the flow of a conversation. This lesson will be focused on the first meaning, to invite, to draw. And in English, this is usually translated as "there we go, okay then," or you see sa, and sometimes sa will come at the beginning of a sentence before the point that the speaker would like to highlight is explained. Sa inmyo wo sezu ni don tapete kudasai. There you go. Please eat a lot without holding back. Or sa soro ikimasu ka? Okay, then should we go soon? Caution. This sa and the sa used for expression, confusion, or bewilderment are often used interchangeably. When drawing attention, it comes across like "where you see," but when expression confusion, it is closer to "well, let me see." The latter has a slight nuance of "let me think about my answer first." Let's see. Ano sa kino wa atsusa ni makete taore chatta. Well, you see, I lost my. Let's see. Well, you see, I lost to the heat yesterday and passed out. Or yesterday, I passed out due to the heat. Or let's see. Sore wa どうでしょう？私に聞いてもわからないよ。Well, let me see. I don't know about that. Even if you asked me, I wouldn't have a clue. There's no mention about. Okay, yeah. So this sa is not a short for sasoku. They're distinct linguistic elements. Okay. Sa とりあえず黒板をきれいにしようか In other words, basically like, well, let's go. Well, let's go and start with cleaning the blackboard. All right, let's start with cleaning the blackboard. Okay. So とりあえず黒板をきれいにしようか
日直って歌ったり踊ったりしたっけ？しませんわ。
さあ、とりあえず黒板をきれいにしようか。これ終わったら歌だよ。
Let's see. これ変わったら Let's see. これ変わったら Okay, this let's see. When you change song be song what? Kawaru to end. Oh, this is okay. Owatara, when you end, when you finish. It's not really the word for sing, but it's more like song. Okay, okay, so it could be either song or singing in meaning. Okay, so in other words, so when you finish with this, do singing. Or in other words, sing when you're finished with this. これ終わったら、歌だよ. Or, let's see, translate says, once you're done with this, it's time to sing. これ終わったら、歌だよ.
これ終わったら歌だよ。
うん。
チャイム.
Sakura-chan?
昨日もと
誰？
昨日も
Kinomoto. I'd say his name is Terada.
と寝不足か
See, Tachi no kawaii goe. See, Nebu Sotaka. Nebu Soku, lack of sleep. Nebu Soku. Karai goe. Okay, yeah. Wait. Warai goe, yeah. Warai goe, laughter voice essentially. And then Nebu Soku. So to lie down, sleep, rest, negative, and then sufficient or food. Okay. So sleep, not sufficient, essentially. Nebu Soku. Nebu Soku ka?
誰？
昨日もと寝不足かだったら今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。
Let's see. Dattara, so if or okay, since that is the case, 今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだね。So for today, relax at your house. Let's see, relax and sleep at your house, or yeah, slow, easily. Okay. Well, oh, sleep well. Okay, so yukuri neru. See, add for easily in time, sufficiently, slowly, unhurriedly. So I guess I'll be able to sleep at home today. Well, what? If that's the case, see, if that's the case, I guess you'll go home and get a good night's sleep tonight. It's probably what it means. So dattara. Let's see. Dattara. 今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。
だったら今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。ホームルーム終了だ。だったら今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。ホームルーム終了だ。だったら今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。
let's see, ホームルーム。
ホームルーム終了だ。ゆっくり寝るんだな。寝不足か？だったら今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。ホームルーム。
let's see, 終了 in close conclusion termination ホームルーム終了だ。Oh, homeroom is over, okay. Homeroom終了だ。homeroom 終了だ。homeroom 終了だ。Okay. homeroom 終了だ。homeroom is over, okay.
だったら今日はうちでゆっくり寝るんだな。ホームルーム終了だ。じゃあ今日はここまで。
じゃあ今日はここまで。Basically, that's all for today, or in other words, more literally, well, as for today, until here, or in other words, we've reached the end of here's time, essentially. じゃあ今日はここまで。
うちでゆっくり寝るんだな。ホームルーム終了だ。じゃあ今日はここまで。
先生さよなら。
宿題やここまで。
先生さよなら。
生徒 OK。先生さよなら。
じゃあ今日はここまで。
先生さよなら。
宿題やれよ。
先生さよなら。
Sounds like they're saying something else.
今日はここまで。
先生さよなら。先生さよなら。
宿題。
さよなら。Anyway, sayonara or sensei bye.
ルーム終了だ。じゃあ今日はここまで。
先生さよなら。
宿題やれよ。
宿題やれよ。So do your homework. Hi, yes. Shukudai.
じゃあ今日はここまで。
先生さよなら。
宿題やれよ。
先生さよなら。
気をつけてな。
先生さよなら。
Sensei sayonara. 気をつけてな。Uh, be be careful. More literally, it means attach your mind or spirit, which basically means more sort of like pay attention. In other words, pay attention or be careful.
気をつけてな。
またあの夢か。先生さよ
気をつけてな。
なら。またあの夢。
Mata ano yume ka. See again, that dream. So why am I having that dream again? Mata ano yume ka.
先生さよなら。
気をつけてな。
またあの夢か。どうしました？
So, what are you doing? Doshimashita.
どうしました？
Doshimashita. Oh, no, actually, I think this might be. I think this might be more. How are you? Because it's past tense. Let's see. Like, what have you done? Or in other words, how are you? Let's see. Okay, no, doshimashita. What's wrong? So, doshite is like what way doing. Let's see, doshimashita is what way was done. In other words, what's wrong. Okay, so doshimashita, what's wrong?
どうしました？なんでもないの。
Or, non-demonai, no. So, no. Yeah, so non-demo is anything, and then night does not exist. In other words, there's no problems because everything at all doesn't exist. In other words, there's no problems. Let's see. Isu o hiku oto. Or in other words, the sound of pulling a chair. Non-day particle indicating state condition. Let's see. 9 negative auxiliary. Okay. Transit states nothing, no big deal. Okay, if I remember correctly. Nani mo nai, there was nothing. Nandemo nai, there was nothing happened. Does mean anything? Okay, so it's sort of like anything, any situation does not exist. In other words, nothing happened. So nandemo nai no.
どうしました？なんでもないの。リー君が後ろだと緊張しますわね。リー君が後ろ。
Let's see. Lee kun ga shiro dato
だと緊張します。
kinjo shimasu wa ne. Ushiro let's see. Lee kun ga ushiro da kincho shimasu. Kincho, tension, strain, nervous stress. Muscle tone, tension, strain, okay. Let's see. Reikun ga ushiro dato kincho shimasu wa. So with Lee existing behind, it's stressful. In other words, it's stressful with Lee being behind you, sitting behind. So Lee kun ga ushiro dato kincho shimasu wa. Lee kun ga ushiro dato kincho shimasu wa ne.
リー君が後ろだと緊張しますわね。さくらちゃん、今日お時間あります？さくらちゃん、今日。
Sakura-chan, kyo wa ojikan arimasu. So let's see. Sakura-chan, as for today, let's see. Jikan has to do with an hour or time. So I guess, do you have an hour or do you have some time today? Something like that. In other words, do you have spare time for something? Let's see. Oh, Sakura, do you have time today?
今日はご飯作らなくていいんだ。お父さん学校で遅いし。リー君が後ろだと緊張しますわね。さくらちゃん、今日お時間あります？今日はご飯作らなくていいんだ。お父さんが。今日お時間あります？今日はご飯作。
今日は、ご飯作らなくていいんだ。So, yes, as for today, I I guess it would be supper from this time, but yeah. I am not making a meal today, so it's good. Or so I'm good since I'm not making a meal today. So, 今日はご飯作らなくていいんだ。Just from 作る。
後ろだと緊張しますわね。さくらちゃん、今日お時間あります？今日はご飯作らなくていいんだ。お父さん学校で遅いし、お兄ちゃんバイトだから。
Oh, any questions so far? Oh, こんにちは。Daisy, hey. 元気ですか? How are you? Let's see. The blah and blah kanji are a bit different from how they are meant to look in Japanese. Not a huge deal, but to learn Japanese with Japanese font. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, not a huge deal, but better to learn Japanese with Japanese font. See, your media player has a Chinese font. If you change it later. Okay. Yeah, oh, and, hello, Mei Mei. Genki desu ka? Okay, actually, these fonts, come from a subtitle file for this particular anime series off a website. So, the errors in the person who created the font, if there's an error in the exact symbols used. Now, this is an old anime, so I'm kind of wondering if Maybe they actually chose different kanji back then, or it could just be an error. Meme wa heiki toimashita. I desu. See. Let's see. Calm, cool, composed. That's good to hear. Let's see. I wouldn't worry too much about the differences. There are a few characters that look a little funky in Chinese, but you notice in time. I actually haven't even noticed anything's wrong with the kanji since I don't know kanji as well as I should. And the dictionary seemed to pick it up just fine. The only thing the dictionary had trouble with is either Lee's name, which I wouldn't be surprised if that actually is Chinese because he came from Hong Kong, and some of the incantations he says. Which would also make sense if those actually were Chinese. Okay, so Oto-san 学校で、遅いし、お兄ちゃん、バイト、だから、father is gonna be, late at school, brother's going to a part-time job. Since father's gonna be, late at school and, brother's going to be going to a part-time job. So remember that her father works at a university, so. Sorry. Yeah.
今日はご飯作らなくていいんだ。お父さん学校で遅いし、お兄ちゃんバイトだから。リカちゃんが素敵なお店を見つけたんですって。
リカちゃんが素敵なリカちゃんが素敵なお店を見つけたんですって。So, Rika-chan, let's see, Rika-chan found a wonderful shop. Okay, so Rika-chan said she found a wonderful shop. Sutebin to say, or Toyu. So, そう、リケちゃんが素敵なお店を見つけたんですって。
学校で遅いし、お兄ちゃんバイトだから。リカちゃんが素敵なお店を見つけたんですって。ご一緒しませんか？リカちゃんが素敵なお店を見つけたんですって。ご一緒しませんか？
ご一緒しませんか？ would you not want to go together? Or in other words, do you want to go together? ご一緒 doing together しません。
ご一緒しませんか？お兄ちゃんバイトだから。リカちゃんが素敵なお店を見つけたんですって。ご一緒しませんか？ありがとう。私が今日ずっとぼーっとしてるから。
私が今日ずっとぼーっとしてるから。Let's see. めいめいは This is an earlier episode, right? と言いました。Yes, this is episode 9. So yes, this is an earlier episode. Photo, let's see, in a daze, absent-mindedly, vacantly, with a roar of flames, with a whoosh, okay, dimly, hazily, faintly. So in other words, I've been continuously in a daze. So as for so today I've been continuously in a daze. 私が今日ずっとぼーっとしてるから。
ありがとう。私が今日ずっとぼーっとしてるから元気づけてくれてるんだよね。ありがとう。さくらちゃんと少しでも長く一緒にいたいだけですわ。私が今日ずっとぼーっとしてるから元気づけ。
Let's see. 元気づけ、元気づけてくれてるんだよね。ありがとう。元気づけてくれてるんだよ。元気づける to pep up, to cheer up. It's considered an each done verb. 元気づける. So, くれて is to give. We're talking about someone else is giving, but this isn't the continuous. くれてる. So thank you for continuously trying to cheer me up today, I guess. Genki's. Let's see, and the translator says. See, you're really cheering me up, thank you. If I was to let's see. Why is it kureteru? Let's see, and this. Yeah, okay. Which indicates someone is performing an action for the speaker's benefit or that the state of that favor continues into the present. Let's see, the te form, Genki Zukete, okay. To cheer, okay. Kurete teru, they contracted from a kurete iru, meaning doing for me or has been doing for me. Okay, let's see. This construction emphasizes that the encouragement is a favor received by the speaker. Distinguish it from a neutral statement. Genki zukete. Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, genki zureteru, okay. The contraction kureteru is a standard casual spoken Japanese to make the sentence flow more naturally. Why is it in continuous form? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. May make wa kurete to receive a favor from someone. Torimashita. Yes, I understand that part is to receive a favor from someone, but what I'm trying to figure out is why is it put into continuous form. See, wouldn't worry too much about it. Japanese continuous form, it rarely matches up with English. Though all the same, I want to learn like the logic of why a form is being used here. I don't want to just glaze over it and not know like why they chose to use that particular form. So, sort of like the hello Dokash Genki desu ka, or how are you? Yeah, sort of like with that picture example from an earlier episode, they used it to describe the picture, and that's when I first like saw the way they use continuous forms for things versus using past tense form. Let's see, I'd say it carries a nuance of things. Thank you for always cheering me up. Oh, if you have any questions, Dokash, then feel free to ask. See, why not kudeta instead of kureteru? Let's see. Depends on whether the speaker views the action as a single complete event or an ongoing state repeated habit. Let's see. Kureteru means you are cheering me up and you have been cheering me up. Okay, yeah, so this is When used when thanking someone for ongoing support, general attitude, or repeated actions up to the present moment. Okay, yeah, so it's to highlight the continuous nature of the cheering up throughout the day. So hence the continuous form. So yeah, that example you gave, May, was probably fits best. Thank you for always cheering me up. So, 元気づけてくれてるんだよね。ありがとう. So more literally, this is like for always cheering me up. Thank you. Or in English, how you say thank you for always cheering me up.
ありがとう。ご一緒しませんか？ありがとう。私が今日ずっとぼーっとしてるから元気づけてくれてるんだよね。ありがとう。私はさくらちゃんと少しでも長く一緒にいたいだけですわ。
私はさくらちゃんと少しでも let's see, I think it was Nagai or
あと、私はさくらちゃんと少しでも長く一緒に。
let's see, 一緒にいたいだけですわ。Yes, okay, it was from Nagai. So, Nagaku. So, 私は、okay, さくらちゃんと少しSo, longly is, let's see, each show together. Let's see, want to exist. Oh no, other itai, okay. Painful. Let's see, together, let's see. Let's see, the translator puts it at. Let's see, I just want to spend as much time as possible with Sakura-chan. How do we get that from this? Sakura-chan to skoshi. I know this is a little bit. I guess that's in reference to time. Skoshi demo. Let's see. Explain the grammar of. Let's see. Okay, so watashi speaker, okay, Sakura-chan. To with, okay. Skoshi demo, even a little, even if only a little, emphasize the desire for an amount of extra time, no matter how small. Nagaku, adverbial form of nagai, long, modifies verb phrase to mean for a long time. Okay, isho ni, together, itai, but the potential desire form of iru. Okay, so this actually was my first guess of the desire form of iru to exist. Okay, so to exist, dake, only, or just des. Okay. So let's see, with Sakura, let's see, even just a little. See this Nagaku. Let's see. The adverbial form of nagai, it modifies the verb phrase to mean for a long time or longer. Let's see. Which word does Nagaku modify? Let's see. Nagaku modifies the verb phrase isho ni itai. So I, with Sakura-chan, even if it's just for a little bit, want to longly exist together. Just want to longly exist together. In other words, I want to spend time with Sakura-chan, even if it's for a little bit. Or in other words, I want to spend as much time as possible. Okay. Which comes from the longly exist, or exist in a long way, or exist with longness, essentially. So, 私は桜ちゃんと少しでも長く一緒にいたいだけですわ。
元気づけてくれてるんだよね。ありがとう。私はさくらちゃんと少しでも長く一緒にいたいだけですわ。
寄り道はいいけど掃除当番終わってからね。寄り道はいいけど
より、道はいいけど、
掃除当番終わってからね。寄り道はいいけど掃除当番
掃除当番。Let's see, Soji's clean. Let's see, 当番終わってから、and then 終わって ending. Let's see, 寄り道 dropping in on the way, stopping off at, making a side trip. Yorimichi, so to draw near and then road. Okay, stop in. So stop in while on the road, aka dropping in on the way. Yorimichi wa, let's see. Yorimichi wa ii kedo, let's see, Soji Toban. One's turn for doing the sweeping cleaning. So Soji's cleaning, and then Toban. Hit right appropriate. Okay. So hit on the appropriate number. In other words, it's your turn in the sequence. being on duty, person on duty. So Toban. So Soji Toban is cleaning duty. For sweeping, okay. So Yorimichi. So Yorimichi wa. See, Yorimichi wa ii kedo Soji Toban o owatte kara ne. So it's stopping by good, but I'm doing cleaning duty. I think he's trying to say I'd asked to join, but I'm on cleaning duty or something like that. Let's see. It's fine to take a it's fine to take a detour, but only after you've finished your cleaning duty. Yes, it is the side trip one. Let's see. Yorimichi. So in other words, Yorimichi wa ii. So it's okay to make a side trip. Demo Soji Toban. Owate. That's right. This is to end. So, but only after Owate kara nes. But only after ending cleaning duty. So it's okay to make a side detour, but finish your cleaning duty first. Yorimichi wa ii kedo, Soji Toban owatte kara ne.
寄り道はいいけど掃除当番終わってからね。
はい。ここよ。
Kokuyo, or we're here.
さくらちゃんもこういうお店好き？さくらちゃんも。
Subtitles not synced anymore. Let's see. Sakura-chanもさくらちゃんもこういうお店。さくらちゃんもこういうお店。さくら さ
さくらちゃんもこうさくらちゃんもこうさくらちゃんも
There we go, that should fix it. See, Sakura-chan mo koyu o mise ski. Yeah, I was just talking about a small offset in the subs. I basically had to adjust it 100 milliseconds. Okay, so let's see, koyu, such, this sort of, like this. So ko was, I know ko I think comes from as in this way. So Sakura-chan mo koyu. So this sort of thing, omiseskida. So does Sakura like this type of shop, I guess? See, do you like places like this too, Sakura? That's right, because it's mo, so it's two. Well, as well. That's right. So explain the grammar of koyu. Okay, a contraction of koita. Meaning like this, such as which ita is this? I assume it's the EU one, but might as well ask. So koyu, let's see. In the phrase koyu omise, the ita you're asking about is actually you. Okay, to say, okay. To say, to call. So koyu, this is a set phrase meaning this kind of or such an etymology. The contraction of ko, meaning like this, you, meaning to say, literally means called like this. Grammar. Here EU functions as a relative clause modifying omise. So it meaning to say literally means called like this. So in other words, these kind of things. So Sakura-chan mo koyu omise ski. So does Sakura-chan also like shops like this?
さくらちゃんもこういうお店好き？うん。素敵なものいっぱい。
Stekina mono ippai. So that's completely wonderful, I believe. Let's see. let's see. Steki na mono ippai. Okay, there are so many wonderful things here. So, steki na mono, wonderful things. Okay, so it wasn't talking about one object, it was talking about all the objects when she said that. So, okay, so filled with wonderful things. So it's the filled meaning, okay? Full or filled with. So it wasn't so much filled with stecky. In other words, it wasn't trying to modify the stecky. It was trying to imply that there isn't just one wonderful thing. There was many wonderful things. So yeah, which makes sense because in Japanese, generally, if you want to modify something, you have to put it to the left of it. So, 素敵なものいっぱい。
素敵なものいっぱい。すみません、付き合わせてしまって。いっぱい。すみません。
すみません。付き合わせてしまって。すみません。付き合わせて. So this is causative, so it's probably from aru. So aru becomes. No, it can't be aru. Oh, au, as in to meet. So awasete, so to cause to meet. Let's see. Okay. Ski awaseru. To place person opposite, to come face to face, to compare with. So, excuse me, in this case I think it's sorry, and then. Explain the grammar of. Let's see, ski awasete, the verb ski au, to accompany or date, okay, becomes ski awaseru, to make someone accompany you, or to drag someone along. Okay, this establishes action as, okay, being apologized for, okay. Shimate ended up, so skiau, okay, so this is from skiau. So it's saying the actual dictionary verb is skiau. Okay, this is the actual verb. Skiau. So that's attach, and that's to meet. Attach and meet, aka accompany. So when you attach meet, you're accompanying someone because you're continuously attached to them as you're going along and after you met them. So skiau, to accompany. So cause to accompany. So ended up. So sorry for causing to accompany. So in other words, implying that Tomoyo probably had her change her plans. Let's see. I'm sorry for dragging you along. Oh, that's right, because when you cause someone to accompany, you're basically dragging them along. すみません。付き合わせてしまって。See, Mei Mei, thank you for letting us come with Toimashita. See, weirdly enough, sorry can often mean thank you in Japanese. See, if her response is then sumimasen actually means thanks in this case. Okay, so you're saying you think it means thanks for letting us come with you? Which would make sense considering she's the one that found the shop. Yeah, so in other words, they didn't really drag her along, but they caused her to accompany with them. In other words, they caused her to bring them along. So in other words, thanks for letting us accompany you would probably make more sense. Since in this case, she found the shop. Well, she found the shop. So, すみません。付き合わせてしまって。
素敵なものいっぱいすみません、付き合わせてしまって。今日さくらちゃん元気なかったのですみません、付き合わせてしまって。今日さくらちゃん
今日さくらちゃん元気なかったので。So today, let's see. So today, Sakura-chan became not Genki, and because of that, no de. Let's see. See, Sakura wasn't feeling well today. Okay. So, 今日はSakura-chan元気なかったので。
素敵なものいっぱいすみません、付き合わせてしまって。今日さくらちゃん元気なかったので。いいの、私も気になってたし。
いいの。No, it's good. 私も、気になってたし。So, I was also, thinking about a lot. With this key being like mind, essentially, and then so what was becoming mine, or in other words, was thinking about something. Like, no, it's okay. Let's see. Wait, I was curious about this place as well. Interesting translation. Let's see. Kini naru, to notice. Yeah. Yeah, in another example, when she earlier when she was talking about when in the hallway she was talking about like have you been thinking about something when she was talking about Sakura, like thinking about last night. I also noticed they used Kini Naru as well. So I think it has more of like a thinking meaning to it. See, in, ino watashi mo kini natteta shi. See, does it mean someone was curious about a place, or that they were thinking about a lot of things today? See, it indicates the speaker was curious about a specific subject or situation, not that they were thinking about many things in general. Kini nateta, the past continuous of kini naru, which means to be curious about, to be concerned about, or to have an interest in. So, to be curious about, to be concerned about. Yeah, which could mean the same thing, to be concerned about, aka thinking about stuff today. So I'm not entirely sure whether she's talking about just she was thinking of things in general, or she was curious about this place, but for context I would probably say that she was thinking about stuff today. Let's see, Mei wa, she was curious about Sakura's mood, toimashita. Or Mei was saying that she was curious about Sakura's mood. Would it imply Sakura's mood in this context? Because couldn't it also imply like she was thinking about other things not concerning Sakura as well? Because we saw her early in the episode, she was like staring off, thinking about things. Hmm. Let's see. Well, it directly follows what was said earlier. I no watashi mo ki ni natteta shi.
ちゃん元気なかったので。いいの、私も気になってたし。かわいい、本当にかわいいですわね。かわいい、本当にかわいいです。
本当に可愛いですわね. Or it's truly cute.
ですわね。あ、さくらちゃんきっと似合いますわ。さくらちゃんきっと似
Sakura-chan, Kito.
合いますわ。ですわね。あ、 さくらちゃんきっと似合いますわ。
One moment. Strange. I'm not sure why the website's down. Oh, I'll try fixing that later. This website's just down for some reason. That's strange. A lot of websites are down. Let's see. Okay, I think I may have fixed the problem. Okay, so that should fix it. So Sakura-chan, okay. Niaimasu from niau. To suit, to match, to become, be like. This comes from resembles and to match. So resembling a match. In other words, to suit someone, okay. Niau. To be like, okay. Yeah, I checked out Game Ginkgo after my stream the other day. I was looking at some of his videos.
Sakura-chan きっと似合いますわ。
Sakura-chan, kitto niaimasu wa. Or in other words, that surely suits you. Or that undoubtedly suits you. There's probably a better translation.
ですわね。さくらちゃんきっと似合いますわ。欲しいけど、でも。
See. 欲しいけど、でも. So, I want it, but. So, wait, 欲しい, and then. Okay, see, 欲しいけど、でも. I guess it's okay, so it's like but, however, okay. Or nevertheless. Let's see, the translator puts it as when you use demo after kedo. Let's see, I want it, but okay, so I guess this gives it a more of a meaning. So, 欲しいけど、でも.
さくらちゃんきっと似合いますわ。欲しいけど、でも、買うの？
買うの? Are you gonna buy it?
お小遣いもらったばかりだから。
So yes, and then.
買うの？お小遣いもらっ。
お小遣いもらったは、もらったばかりだから。See. See. お小遣い pocket money, spending money, pin money, okay, allowance. So it was small letter, and then dispatch, send, give, donate, undertake. Let's see. Scout to use, okay. Okay, so they use the alternate kanji for Skao, I guess, but so no way. So little and then use or send. So in other words, pocket money. So that's so in other words, chore money, pocket money, allowance. Okay, so morata to have received. So un okozu okozukai, yeah, okozukai. Un okozukai morata bakari dakara. So so yes, I've only received a little allowance. That's what it sounds like she's saying. Let's see. The translator says, "Yeah, I just got my allowance." Oh, that's why they're using bakari. I get it now. So bakari is the exaggeration gist. Uh, so it wouldn't make sense to actually use dake unless she had literally just gotten her allowance. But the bakari, it's a little more lenient on what the gist can be. You can use sort of exaggerations like for the just. Hence why she's using it here, because she wasn't literally just handed her allowance right now on the spot. So okozukai moratte bakari dakara.
買うの？お小遣いもらったばかりだから。でも当分おやつお預けだけどね。でも当分
Let's see. Demo tobun. Let's see. Tobun oyatsu.
おやつお預けだけどね。
Oyasuke dake do ne. Let's see. Tobun is for the present for the time being. Hit right and then part minute. Okay, so at this part, or in other words, for the time being, Tobun, Yatsu, fellows, chaps, Oyatsu, let's see, Oazuke, making a person, pet, etc. wait before being permitted to do something. Let's see. Oh, Azuke. Let's see. Azuke by itself would be. Let's see. Custody, keeping check-in. Okay. Maybe they mean this verb. Okay, no. Azukeru. To leave in someone's keeping, to put in, to someone's care, to place. Okay. Hence Azu. And then. So to leave in someone's keeping. Let's see. Azuke, custody, keeping in check, checking in bags. So Oazuke, making a person pet, etc. Wait before postponement, putting on hold. Demo Tobun. Oyatsu. Explain the grammar of for a while, for some time, for the foreseeable future. It indicates the state of being held will last for an indefinite but extended period, not just a few minutes. Let's see. Okazuke. So to leave, let's see, to leave in something in someone's care. In other words, having to leave this. So literally placed in care in this context. Okay. Keidake, just leaving someone's, for the time being, leaving someone's care. In other words, maybe for the time being, leave it here, I guess, or let's see. But I'll have to hold off. Okay, but I'll have to hold off for a while though. Wait, the translator says, but I'll have to hold off on snacks for a while though. Where are they getting the word from snacks in this? Let's see, for a while, Okazuke, leave someone, okay, to put aside, okay, nuance, literally placed in the care. In this context, it's a polite metaphorical way of saying snacks are being put aside, saved for later, or held in reserve. See, where are you getting snacks from? The phrase oyatsu ozuke does not refer to the specific physical location where snacks are obtained. Instead, it is a common Japanese idiom describing a state of postponement. Let's see. Let's see. Ozukeru. Okay. The word ozukeru comes from ozukeru, meaning to deposit, to leave in someone's care, to put aside. Literal sense, placing an item of snacks into storage or custody, or being told to wait, or being denied something expected. You might hear ozukeo au, okay, ozukeo ku, which literally means to eat a postponement, signifying that one's hope for a treat has been dashed for now. It's a cultural context of oyatsu. Oyatsu refers to snacks or light meal traditionally eaten in the afternoon. The term derives from the old Japanese system of where yatsu meant the 8th hour, roughly corresponding to 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. This was the time when people who often ate only 2 meals a day would feel hungry and eat a light snack. Modern usage. Today, it implies any snacks eaten between meals, not just in the afternoon. So when someone says demo, tobun, oyatsu, ozuke, ozuke da kedo ne, but snacks are on hold for a while. There are humorously percents from that snacks are being deposited or being put away in storage, meaning no one gets to eat them right now. Or okay, the source of the snacks is irrelevant. The focus is entirely on the delay in consumption. Oh, konnichiwa, Scream Game, CH, Genki desu ka? Let's see. Let's see, Scream Game CH. Let's see. I was wondering if you want to join our Japanese English studies server. Let's see, konnichiwa. Okay, call me Frosty. So, what type of server are you talking about joining? Let's see, May wa. Oh, right, she just got her allowance to buy the brooch, but she won't have money for snacks if she buys it. Toimashita. Oh, wait, so this. Oh, so this Yatsu doesn't actually refer to like the yacht, so it's in thing object fellow chap. It comes from the uh Yatsu of the fourth thing or something, I guess. Yeah, that Yatsu. Oh, are you talking about like a server on X? I'll have to watch that video after the stream. Okay, you can check my you can check my short about the server. Okay. Oh, Discord server. I actually don't use Discord, so I wouldn't really be able to join the Discord server. I do have a session server though that I use. You can see in my description how to access the session server. It's a sort of a Japanese study server, though I don't think anyone's really joined it yet. If you're interested in joining that, I also do have a communities forum page, also in the description link. Okay, so demo. Let's see. Demo Tobun Oyatsu o Ozuke da kedo ne. So let's see this. So postponing, because this came from to put aside. So postponing in the noun sense. Let's see, o azuke, and then oyatsu is snacks, and then tobun for the time being. So demo tobun oyatsu ozuke da kedo ne. So for the time being, I'll have to put off snacks.
でも当分おやつお預けだけどね。
質問がありますか? Are there any questions? Uh, ありがとう、Frosty. Okay, if there's no questions, we're gonna raid someone, so please stick around for the raid. But if you think of any questions, feel free to ask. Let's see. What are other people streaming right now? Okay, we're going to try to raid Craig's. I'm not sure if the raid's going to go through or not. YouTube's being finicky. So there's the link if in case the raid doesn't go through. Let's see, the second person we're gonna raid is okay, we're gonna raid Maximum Midnight as the second person to raid. And the third person we're gonna raid is uh Okay, we're gonna raid, let's see. Okay, we're gonna raid a G2G gaming channel who's playing Rogue Core right now. That's the last raid. Minasan, okiyotsukete. Mata ashita. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.